Hey guys, Dr. Justin Marcagiani here. Today we're going to be talking about how to use Cronometer to track your macros, calories, and nutrients. So just head over to justinhealth.com and then go Cronometer, like that. It can be all lowercase, it's fine. And that'll bring you right over to here. Okay, and then you can log in. You can sign up if you haven't signed up. I have a login already here. Sign up and then you're good. All right. So first thing, once you're here, you want to make sure your settings are all dialed in. All right. So the basic plan should still work. And the first thing you want to do is you want to go into diary over here on the left. Actually, let me go down a little bit more. Here it is. Targets plus profile. So go to more, targets plus profile. That's where you want to go. And then scroll down. The first thing you want to do is I'll create all these different profiles for different patients. So let me just choose a woman here. Let's just do 1970. So we'll do a woman in her mid-50s. We'll do 5'5". We'll do 150 pounds. I'm sorry, not the centimeters, 150 down here. And we'll do 5'5". Okay, there you go, 1970, and then we'll update the weight. We'll do 150 in pounds. Add to diary. All right, so you start here, right? You got your female, you got your age, you got your height, you got your weight. That gives you a pretty good idea starting point. What that's going to create your BMR above. That's going to create your basal metabolic rate. This is how much you actually burn, let's say, laying in the bed all day doing nothing, right? Like zero stress. And so then when you come up here, your BMR is 1244. And now we can create a baseline of activity. So this is what you do doing nothing. And so the first thing I look at is some people, they come in and they're like, I have them run their food for a day through Cronometer and their calories are less than their BMR. I'm like, well, you can't do anything with that. Like you're not putting enough in just to idle your car all day, so to speak, metabolically. So then you can adjust your activity above here. So sedentary, doing nothing, right? Desk job, that's all you're doing. Lightly active, 1 to 3 days. Light intensity, moderately active. So it gives you 3 to 5, a gym session, running, and then very active. And so you can kind of see here what this does to your BMR. You go from 1276 and then you add a baseline of 1148, so 2400. And that's if you are very active. That's like the most active, right? Let me go over here and adjust it again. Okay, that's your very active. And then if you go down to sedentary, even that you're going to have something because you have to get up and move, right? And go to the bathroom. So you get 255 on top of that. So 1531. So that just shows you there can be usually an 800 to 1,000 calorie spread from the low end to the high end. So that just kind of gives you a decent idea. And so most people are going to fall somewhere in the area of probably lightly active to moderate. Patients that I see, lightly to moderate. And so light's going to probably add another 300 to 400 calories on top of that. Right there, 479. So the first thing is we want to make sure we're at least getting enough nutrients to run the metabolic machinery, so to speak. So get your height, your age, your weight, pick your activity level. That's your BMR, and then there's your baseline. All right, so now you're in your more and your targets and profile over here to create that. Now you can go up into your diary, and this will kind of give you your expenditure. So if you hover over it, it'll give you the BMR above and then the baseline above. And so now we can create this for each meal. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So one other thing back here. So let's say you want a certain percentage. Okay, let's say you want to be like low carb. So we may come over here and we may, so this has like gram targets. So if you're here on the fixed targets here, this is just like how many grams. You can go to ratios. And so this is where you have like the percentages. So the first thing is if like you're lower carb, you probably want to go down to like around 10% carbs. All right. And then protein, probably somewhere around 25. And then you can fill in the gap with the rest. So 10, 20, so like maybe around 65. And that's going to be plus or minus whatever, right? Plus or minus, 5% either way. And again, this is for lower carb. And then if you're going moderate, it's looking more like this. Net carbs around 20. So this is like still lower. Protein's typically going to be 20 to 25. And then this is just coming off on the fat. And then let's say you're going to be more zone-ish, right? Zone's going to be more of a 30 or 40% carbohydrate. Protein's going to probably still be around the same. And then we're typically just going to be dropping off of the carbs. So you can adjust your ratios that way. That's fine. And this will just give you a goal. So then you can see if your goal is on track. All right. So let's just keep it lower carb for right now. And then we can just use that as a guide. Like it's okay if we're off a little bit, but at least tells us how close we are. All right. So this gives us a pretty good percentage right there. We're at 1755. And now if we go, that's in our targets here. You can see this is where we just were because we're in the more targets and profile. We can see our lightly active. We can see everything here. All right. We have our profile here. Now we go up to diary. Okay, now we have our meals. So let's keep it simple. What I like about this is you're going to be able to have all your micronutrients down below. You can put your water in there too, which is pretty cool. So let's do our first meal. So let me do my first meal. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do collagen, protein. Okay, let's just say I did this one right here. And then we're going to do 20 grams of collagen. Okay, so we'll add to diary. So there that is right there. And what you can do is, so I could adjust it like that's, let's say I wanted to double it. I could click right here and I could double it right there and then click off and then it's in. So you can adjust the amount right there. Or if you're in it, you can always adjust the serving size here too though. So like, let's say you don't know, the amounts, you can always adjust it there. Maybe ounces, right? Ounces is really good when it comes to protein. So let's say I did that there. Let's add Kerrygold butter. Let's do Kerrygold unsalted butter. Let's go 1 tablespoon. Let's do a tablespoon of MCT oil. Okay. Let's say that. We did about 1 tablespoon. Great. That's breakfast. So you can kind of get a sense. And then, I'm adding in supplements as well, but, you can see you're around 300 calories there. And then you can look at your macros down below too. It'll give you a pretty good idea. So your fat, this is mainly going to be fat, right? Very little carbs here at all. Net carbs, we're still at 0, right? So this is mainly going to be fat. So you got your fat goal, your carbs, and then your protein. So you can watch these meters come. And honestly, yeah. So for someone this size, someone 150 and female, yeah, you want at least 100, maybe 120 grams of protein a day. So somewhere in that area. And again, if you want to adjust the protein amount, and let's say you don't have the percentage, you can just go to a fixed target too. So let's say we saw that 25% was 100 grams. Maybe we want 120. So we could just come up and just go like this and go into the fixed target and then do it that way. And then it will adjust the ratio as well. It should adjust the ratio. So that's a pretty good way to do it too. All right, now go back to the diary. Let's go lunch. Okay, let's add food. Let's say I did a tuna can. Okay. Let's do skipjack tuna. We'll do can. Perfect. And we're going to do 6 ounces of that. That's about 42 grams of protein right there. That's great. We're going to add that. Okay. We're going to do some avocado mayo. So let's do avocado mayo. Maybe we do 1 tablespoon there. Okay. I like to do like some gherkins pickles. Right there. So maybe we do like 2 ounces. Maybe 3. It's not a lot of calories, right? All right, and then maybe we're gonna do some shredded kale. Okay. So maybe we do like a cup of that's fine. Okay. So that's my lunch. Okay. So you can see where I'm at Calorie wise, consume 619. So you can see I'm still way under calorie, right? You could see that. And so now for dinner, now let's say I break out a big ribeye steak. Beef ribeye, boneless. Let's say we're going to do 10 ounces. Okay. Let's say I'm going to do some steamed broccoli. And again, like for size, so, you know, if you're a woman, maybe your hand's a little smaller, but like a relaxed fist is probably between 4 to 6 ounces. A full hand's usually between 6 to 8. Maybe a guy, it's 6 to 10, depending on how big his hand is, right? And so most women are going to go between like a palm, which is going to be about maybe 4 ounces, to a relaxed fist, which is going to be 4 to 6, maybe 6 to 8. And then a full hand could be anywhere between 6 to 8 ounces. So that's a pretty good idea if you're like trying to measure stuff. Pretty good idea. And then also too is just like get some veggies, like put them in a cup and just get used to what a cup is. I just try to think of like a big handful, right? I kind of think of that as a cup and just kind of get comfortable measuring that at your house. Just, okay, here's a cup. Here's what I can grab in a hand. And then you can kind of get used to what that equivalent looks like. We just want to get in the, you know, in that plus or minus, you know, 5 or 10%. That gets us pretty close. All right. And so then broccoli. Essential everyday broccoli. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to be talking about broccoli. I want like steamed. Let's see, can we do steamed? There we go. So let's do seasoned florets. And we're going to do like a serving, which is like kind of like a cup. And we're also going to do a little bit of sweet potato, medium size. Yeah, and then we're going to do steamed. And we'll do with salt. That's fine. And we're going to do some Kerrygold butter on that too. Okay, there we go. A tablespoon's good. And maybe we do a little bit of cinnamon. Maybe we do like a teaspoon of cinnamon on there. 1 teaspoon. And it does a pretty good job like intuitively picking the right serving size. It does a pretty good job with that. And so you get a pretty good idea. I'm at 15-11, right? And so then now maybe I say, okay, I can come in there and I want to make sure my patients are eating enough nutrients. Because if we're low here, we're probably going to be low, guess what? Down here in some of the nutrients. And so this can be really helpful to see if are we getting enough. And so I want to see that we're getting at least above the BMR and ideally close to that activity expenditure. Now, if you're below your expenditure, the question is, are you hungry? As long as you aren't hungry, you can be a little bit low calorie as long as you're not hungry. Remember, this is not perfect, right? Your body may be a little bit different, hormone shift. But if you're hungry, then you probably need to eat a little bit more. So just be careful of that, time that up accordingly. So then you can see I am a little bit low calorie, but then I'm at least getting the BMR. Then I want to look at the nutrients below. And again, guess what? Easy like tip to get more B vitamins or more nutrients here, organ meats. So you can always throw in like an ounce of organ meats into your ground beef, whatever. It'll just put you way over the top. And then with your electrolytes here, it's really hard. So sodium, if you're doing good clean sea salt, great. Potassium, most people don't come close. This is why I recommend my potassium synergy, because it's like one serving is 1,200 milligrams of potassium. I mean, look at this meal, this diet here. Now, maybe I throw an extra salad or some extra steamed veggies, but I'm not even close to the potassium. Look at that, just a little over a gram. That's where like having a good electrolyte support with some sea salt in the morning, throwing in some organ meat. This is where a good multi kind of fits in, because look at some of these nutrients. Look how low I am. You know, copper, you only need like a milligram of copper a day. Right? About a milligram or so. Yeah, so they're saying, 0.9 is the daily target. I was right. And then your vitamin D, that's going to be supplement based. And then your vitamin C, like if you throw in, okay, now maybe we do dessert, right? So maybe we throw in, you know, for our dessert, maybe we do a handful of berries. I'm going to do a cup of blueberries, right? 1 cup. And maybe I'm going to do with some coconut yogurt. I'm going to do Coca-June, coconut yogurt, and I'm going to do it unsweetened. Ooh. Unsweetened, boom. And maybe we do like 4 ounces. And so look, now that got me, much better. So now I got probably a lot more vitamin C now. So you can come in here and look at the vitamin C. Yeah, vitamin C is much higher. So you can kind of take your diet, lay it out. The first thing I want you to look at is, are we getting enough calories, right? Because calories, if this is real whole foods right here, this is going to equal nutrients. Now, if we put a bunch of processed foods here, then calories may not equal nutrients. But if it's real whole foods, that will help you to know if you're getting enough nutrients. Then you can make sure it's at least hitting your BMR. So you can see your BMRs right here. It says basal metabolic rate, or you can go back into your targets and profile and you can see it here too. Right? You see it right there as well. Okay. You can go back into it by going to your diary. And then you have your macros over here. So protein, look, I got 123.5. So I hit my protein. Net carbs, I'm a little bit low. So this is where I maybe want to throw in another sweet potato at lunch, right? Or maybe I throw in a little bit more fruit. So this is where you can kind of back into it and see what works. See, fats, I'm already way over that. And so when you're really high on fats, you got to be careful about going too high on the carbs. So just be mindful of that. If you're really high on fats, you want to keep the carbs lower. So think of it as like a sliding, it's like a seesaw. As the carbs go up, you want the fats to come down a little bit. And then from here, you can look at your nutrients. And so you already have your calories. Now maybe you look at your water or your caffeine. We already saw our carbs above. We already saw our fat. So you can look at that also right here. And then we can fill in the gap with all the nutrients. Look at the key minerals. This is where a supplement comes in. This is where adding in organ meat, multiglandular support comes in. This is where vitamin D support comes in. It's hard to get enough on vitamin C. This is where vitamin C may come in. And then you can look at your omega-3s. And then maybe that's where just consuming some high quality, flash frozen fish or some skipjack tuna to get more. Maybe we're adding in a supplement. And then we have our amino acids, right? And this is where, we're low in cysteine. Maybe we add in some NAC, right? So this can kind of give you a pretty good idea of what you're missing. So I just recommend look at the BMR, look at the overall nutrients, look where you're at. If you're way over calorically and you're having a hard time with weight, maybe we want to try dropping calories a little bit as long as we're not hungry, right? My bigger concern is the opposite. People are under consuming and then they don't have enough fuel for their body metabolically, or they're even under their BMR. And that's even a bigger problem. I see a lot of females, they're 200 calories under their BMR and they have low thyroid. Well, that's going to send a signal to your thyroid. No, keep the metabolism lower. We're not having enough nutrients. Keep it down. Conserve energy. So it's good on the low side to make sure there's enough. And if we're way high, then we can look at, okay, is the nutrient density there? Okay, let's try peeling off a little bit and then we can adjust that. But this just gives you an idea. Again, I recommend patients working with me on this, looking at it, and we can adjust it. But at least it gives you a good framework of where you're at. Protein, fat, carbs. These are your macros here, protein, fat, and carbs. And then your micros are here. So macros just mean protein, fat, and carbs. Micros are all the micronutrients down here. And then water is also a micronutrient too. Hope that makes sense, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please let me know. Love to see your comments below. And again, this is like me, in the wild, really doing this stuff with patients and really trying to give you hands-on stuff. This isn't theoretical. So use it, apply it. Again, knowledge is power only if it's applied. So good luck. I wish you the best. And links down below if you want more support. Take care.